Hi, what I want to introduce to you today is a product called Rok-Fast. Now Rok-Fast is a product that's been developed specifically for the veneer and particularly for shape work, because once cured it actually has no creep to it at all. The beauty of the product is that although it's a 2-pack, you actually don't mix anything. What you do is you apply the part B to one surface, and in this particular case I generally tend to put it on with a rag because that makes it as sparing as possible. And then, having applied the part B activator onto the veneer, I then mark it so that I know which side it's being placed on, and I leave that to dry completely. Once all of these have been covered or coated with the part B, then we move to the second part where we apply the resin in its neat form. That's either put into a glue spreader like this, or can be applied with a brush or even a paint roller. Once the resin has been applied to the opposing surface, you then place all the veneers back together again, and you have approximately 15 minutes in which to get those into the press. End of story. We've now applied the hardener onto the various surfaces of the veneers. I've allowed those to dry completely, because it won't work unless you do allow them to dry completely. And I would add that in cases in my workshop I've actually left these sometimes for 24 hours and come back to apply the neat resin from this particular container in a glue spreader like this. You apply the adhesive as thinly as possible, and having applied it onto the surface of the veneer, you would then put the brake on and just work the glue backwards and forwards to ensure that you've got a uniform coat weight on there. Once all of those have been done and placed together, you have approximately 15 minutes in which to get those into your press or into whatever shape that you're going to produce at the end of the day. As you can see, we've now placed the object inside a vacuum bag onto a shape to give us a 180-degree wrap. We're actually using, in this particular instance, a vacuum generator which is now being run off the compressor. We will now leave this inside the bag for approximately 45 to 50 minutes, at which point we should be able to take it out and it will have formed the shape that we're looking for and retain it. That's the end. Right, as you can see, we've now removed the mould and the shape that we produced on it from the vacuum bag, and as you can see, they're not that easy to get off the mould, but that is how strong this now is. You can see that you've got a little bit of movement in it, but that is pretty well rock hard, and in 24 hours time that will have reached its full cure. Okay. As I started off in the beginning, I am talking today about a product called Rok-Fast. This is a 2-component adhesive which you don't have to mix. Therefore there is no waste, and at the end of the day this is what you produce with it. To reiterate the point, first of all you apply the separate application hardener, the part B, and allow that to dry, and then on the opposing surfaces you place the neat resin. Hence you end up with a shape like that once you take it out of the press. Thank you for your time.